I just want to show you guys my bookshelf really quickly. There's 4 rows, and then there's some on the bottom.
Hey guys, how are you? Today I'm going to be doing kind of a different video. I'm going to be reviewing books, my favorite books, and I'm like a big reader. I read a lot actually, and a huge bookshelf, and all of my friends come to me for books. So I think I know I like to read teen books and kind of action and like suspense kind of. So I'm just gonna briefly talk about them and tell you what it's about because these are all amazing books. So the first one is a series, and it's called Private by Kate Bryant. You've probably heard of it. I mean, when I look at the cover, I think of another like teen kind of cliquey book about like popular girls that shop at like Steve Madden and like Dior and I don't know, stuff like that. But this is a totally different series. It has about 12 books or 10, and towards the end they kind of get a little bad. Like the 12th and 11th books are really weird. They turn into like witches or like secret sisters or something. So I've read all of these, and these about this girl that's new to the private school they have, and she wants to be friends with like the popular girls there, and there's this girl in the popular group, and she wants to kill the new girl. And these books are really like twisted, and you wouldn't expect them to be. I mean, look at this cover. And that's why I never actually started reading them, but they are so good. And so there's a lot of murder, drama, suspense. It's so good. They're hard to put down. They're so good. So you guys are gonna be like, oh, I already really like, and it's Pretty Little Liars. The books are so much better than the show. I've read all of the books, and now she's coming out with more, which I'm not sure how I feel about that because the series ended, and then she like restarted it, like, I don't know. But Pretty Little Liars, the books are so good. They're, I know it sounds dumb, but when I read the books, I kind of get a little scared. Kind of weird, but yeah. So, but they're really good, and you should really check them out. Because I bet you've all heard about A, who is Allison, their friend that went missing, and then they found out she was murdered. And it's just really twisted. Everything gets kind of jumbled together, and there's so many sides to the story, so many people involved, and you really just have to read these books. And these are by Sarah Shepard, and another one, I don't have them with me because they're on my Kindle, but The Lion Game is really good too. It's about, and that's also a show. See, the shows are not as good as books. I really hate when that happens, but like I'm saying, like The Lion Game, there's like 4 books in the series, and she's still making more, and they are twin sisters, and one of them dies. In the show, though, she's still alive, and in the books, the twin sister takes her place and has to try and find out who like murdered her, and it's so different than the show. The show is awful in comparison. I hate it. Okay, so then I'm going to talk about Nicholas Sparks because I've read almost all of his books, and I have a few favorites. Like I'm saying, I like his movies a lot better. That sounds really bad. But Dear John was an amazing book, and oh, look at Channing Tatum. Sexy. But yeah, I was in love with this girl, which is Amanda Seyfried in the movie, and the movie is so good too. And they write letters to each other, and that's why it's called Dear John. And this is one of his better books, so I like that. And then another author I love to read is Jodi Picoult, and this one's called The Pact. She's a lot different than other writers. She doesn't write about like romance and like falling in love. She writes about like murder, mystery, and like faith and stuff, like religion and lawyers. She writes about law a lot. And The Pact is about this boyfriend and girlfriend that were dating, and the girl wants to kill herself, and she makes a pact with the boy that they would kill themselves together. and the families are like bestest friends, and it just kind of messes everything up. So this book is really good. I would check it out. It's so interesting, and these are all really like cliffhangers. So okay, so the next book is a series, and this is LA Candy by Lauren Conrad. And the series is so good. It's about a reality this girl that's wanted for a reality show, and her whole life is on camera, and it becomes really like hard for her to keep her friends and boyfriend and stuff without being in the spotlight, and it's really good. And she wrote another series like with one of the girls from this book too, and I have it over there, and I haven't read it yet though, so that one is really good. You should check that out because there's like 3 of them, I think. Yeah. So then I love this series so much, and it's called She's So Dead to Us by Kieran Scott, and there's 2 other books in it, and these end with such cliffhangers. I was waiting for the other ones to come out, and I'm like waiting and waiting and waiting, and it's so hard. Okay, so this girl, she gets banned from her like town, and she has to move because they live in like a rich town, and her dad took all of her friends' parents like money and invested it in this thing that didn't actually work. So they lost a ton of money. So they were, because they were kind of like, everyone was really mad at her dad, and it wasn't this girl's fault. And then she comes back like a year later. Yeah, 2 years later, she comes back, and she goes to the house where she lives, and this new boy is living there, and he doesn't know anything about it, and yeah, it's really good. These books are really, really good. Like, I really recommend them. Out of like everything I said, I love these books. So go check out She's So Dead to Us. Okay, I'm trying to wrap this up. Okay, so another book by Jodi Picoult is 19 Minutes. Have you read this? This is so good. It's about this boy that gets bullied, and this boy that gets bullied comes to school with a gun, and he shoots. Like, he starts shooting, and it's from this girl that was kind of his friend's like point of view, and like the lawyer trying to help him, and this was just an amazing book. I really love this book. This is like my favorite one that she's ever written. Okay, and then another series is The Summer I Turned Pretty. And this is about a girl, and she's family friends with the parents that have 2 boys, and one's older and one's younger. And the younger one has always had a crush on her, and she's always had a crush on the older one. And they all go down to this place for the summer, and they all like hang out and like spend it there. And this is just an amazing book. There's 3 in this one too, and this is so good. This is by Jenny Han, and this is so good. It's like the perfect beach read, so you should really check that one out. And then another one I'm obsessed with is Sarah Descent, and this is called Along for the Ride, and it's about a girl named Auden, and her parents got divorced, and she goes down for the summer with her new stepmom, and her stepmom just had a baby, and she meets this guy named Eli, and they fall in love. So this one's really good too. This is Everything by Lauren Barnhold, and this is about this girl that likes this guy, and she has a notebook, and it's about all the stuff that she wants to do but she's afraid to do, and these guys get it, and they force her to do all the stuff, and yeah, it's really, really good. So check that out. All those books, and there's another one called 13 Reasons Why, and I'm obsessed with it. And my friend has it right now though, so it's amazing. It's about this girl that killed herself, and then she makes these tapes about why she killed herself, and they're all dedicated to one person, and they pass the tapes along, and yeah. So that was my video, and it was kind of long, and I'm kind of mad that it's so long because I have to edit it down. But yeah, okay, so bye guys. I hope you guys enjoyed this different